What's going on, boxing heads? It's your boy, Cool Kind of Boxing, coming back at you with another boxing video for the boxing heads and the boxing minds. Please subscribe to my channel for more hardcore boxing content. Hit that like button for your boy. Well, man, you know, Bernard Hopkins, you know what I'm saying? He got a big mouth. He got a big mouth, you know what I'm saying? He coming out here and he never has nothing good to say about PBC fighters or any other fighters. I guess he figures he's the best fighter in boxing history. Yes, he was the first undisputed champion of the full belt era, right? But you know what I'm saying, that don't give you no reason to, you know what I'm saying, put other fighters down. Now I understand promotion and Golden Boy promotions are they're the competitors, you know what I'm saying, of everybody else, right? But to be a lapdog for Golden Boy is reprehensible, especially when you carry the status that you carry, right? Well, Bernard Hopkins, he never has anything good to say about Devin Haney. Of course, Ryan Garcia, who is promoted by Oscar De La Hoya Golden Boy Promotions, and Bernard is like some kind of statesman for them or some shit like that. But it's like he goes overboard with it. You know what I'm saying? He tries to be, you know what I'm saying, a little malicious, you know what I'm saying, and a little devious when he always, you know what I'm saying, putting down fighters. Like he was saying, Devin Haney, you know what I'm saying, nobody would know him. He's not popular, you know what I'm saying? Basically, you know what I'm saying, putting down his fighting style, saying, and then he would up Ryan Garcia by saying that Ryan Garcia has done all these things that he haven't done, like he's going to go through some door or he's going to, excel to greatness somehow, even though this man done ducked out of, 100 fights, right? And he hasn't really fought anybody, right? So, Devin is undisputed champion of the world. And for, people, I don't understand why they don't respect it. You may not like Devin Haney's style, right? But Devin Haney he has the fighting attitude and demeanor to go after the best in the division. So that's where he gets the respect. And on top of that, the things he had to go through to get the deal, to get the belts from George Kambosos. And George Kambosos is not exactly a world beater, but he did beat the man that beat the man, right? That beat the man, right? For the belts, right? So now he's undisputed, and seem like they'll find something else to really, ridicule Devin Haney about, right? So Bernard Hopkins, comes out, trash talking, Devin Haney, saying he's never going to be popular, he's never going to be good, and basically just throwing shade on Devin Haney, right? There's no need for that as an OG. All you have to do is just keep it real, and say Devin is a fine talent, but I think Ryan Garcia is going to beat him. And it could be simple, but Bernard Hopkins is always putting 10 on 50, right? And going overboard, like he has some kind of, dog in the fight. But Bill Haney came out, he really didn't appreciate it. And you could tell by the way, how deep he cut Bernard Hopkins, right? Because in an interview, with this young man, he said that a lot of things. So let's dive into it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let Bill, say it for himself. And because he said a lot of things with his chest, sometimes you gotta do that. That's your son. Devin Haney is his son. So, and it's like you're gonna protect your son. And I thought this just showed that, Bill Haney, he's gonna stand up. He's gonna stand up for your son like anybody would. But more than that, it's true what he's saying, right? So let's get into it.
Job to do, and it's just really sad that Bernard Hopkins will have not good things to say about young kids like Devin that don't drink, don't smoke, eat right, make weight, that are world champions that are similar to him, but I thought they were similar to him. But actually, Bernard is nothing like Devin. Devin is a better fighter than him, overall better person, better everything. And Bernard, when you were 23, you were in jail for being a cat burglar, a petty thief at 23. Dev ain't been to jail. He don't smoke, he don't drink, he don't do nothing. And he's an undisputed champion at 23. And you was in the penitentiary. So what do you mean guys aren't like you?
So those are bars right there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, if you live in a glass house, man, you know what I'm saying, don't start talking stuff, you know what I'm saying, about another person. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, somebody out there is gonna bring you, you know what I'm saying, bring you down to size, really. That's all Bill is doing here, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, if you're gonna compare, you know what I'm saying, Devin to and Bernard to himself, right? You know, come on. You know, Devin is a clean cut, undisputed champion. He did it sooner. He did it earlier, right? Than Bernard. Bernard was in prison, right? And that's got to hit home for Bernard. He got to know that penitentiary background was going to come back to bite him. He can't be talking shit with his bent up nose ass, right? You know what I'm saying? You can't do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just unseemly, right? To be, especially be talking about the younger generation who's trying to make their path, right? And Devin has accomplished undisputed at 23. That is a great accolade to have, even though people, you know what I'm saying, try to diminish him, but you can't diminish that accolade, you know what I'm saying, with Devin Haney, because he got a lot more to go, and he's trying to fight the best, which is even more than undisputed, because he do want to fight Tank Davis, he do want to fight Ryan Garcia, but they're so afraid that Devin Haney is going to expose Ryan Garcia because he can't box like Devin Haney. He can't move like Devin Haney. He's not as slick, and he's just not as talented as Devin Haney. So they run all these, you know, these hit hack campaigns, you know what I'm saying, to you know what I'm saying, discourage the public or to change public opinion about Devin Haney. So, you know, a lot of people already don't like his pure boxing style, right? So, you know, the casuals don't like that, you know what I'm saying? Hardcore boxing fans appreciate it. So, you know, for Bill to, you know what I'm saying, make that distinction, you know, that he don't drink, he don't smoke, you know what I'm saying, he makes weight, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of the more popular fighters that haven't made weight, right? They're like, you know, David Benavidez, Tank Davis, you know what I'm saying, Shakur Stevenson, they haven't made weight. This man, you know, Devin Haney has done everything right, and he's still not as popular as those guys because of his boxing style, but you can't criticize this kid as being dedicated to the sport, having the fighting spirit, right? So let's see what else Bill talked about.
You weren't even like you until after, and you became a world champion at 30 years old. So what are you talking about, bro? And I don't remember you taking the Executioner and making it a company. I don't think you made any dolls. I don't think you had any merch that I know of. So how successful can you be from everything that you did, homie?
So basically, you know, Bill is calling him out. You know what I'm saying? You know, Bernard Hopkins, they used to call him the Executioner. He used to come in and he put the damn X up against, you know, his neck, his throat, like he got the battle axes or cutting somebody's throat like a hangman or something like that. And it's just kind of crazy that he never did anything, because that's a great gimmick, you know what I'm saying, the Executioner, and he never did anything with the brand. He never made it a company, never had a promotional company, and Devin has all those things. So he's making a lot more money than Bernard Hopkins at the age of 23 than he ever did in his career. And Bill is just pointing that out to kind of drill that dig in, you know what I'm saying, letting them know that, bro, you ain't all that, bro. You ain't no, you know, fancy tycoon or something like that. Dev got more business acumen than Bernard Hopkins, right? So, you know, he can't really talk about Devin because he's more successful, basically. So he's just flexing on Bernard Hopkins, and he deserves the shit, in my opinion.
Devin his next fight, he'll make more than you ever made in your life against Oscar De La Hoya. So at 23, and you were still in the penitentiary for armed robbery. So how can you be anything like my son? You are nothing like my son. And you, no, I ain't gonna say you like me either.
So, Bill is just kind of like tearing him up here and letting him know, hey, man, you can't talk about my son, bro, like that. You know what I'm saying? You can talk about me because, Bill, he had his run-ins with the law and everything, you know what I'm saying? So, but, basically, Dev is just, a new jack, and he's doing it right. He's gaining his accolades early. You know what I'm saying? He is like really, dedicated to the sport, and he just don't appreciate, a jailbird, like Bernard Hopkins, coming out on his son like that, right? When he's doing all the right things, he's making all the right choices, as far as this boxing game goes. Now, I'm not saying like, if you've been to the penitentiary, that's that's the end all be all, because Bernard Hopkins, he did do well once he came out the penitentiary. He did real good, right? But you can't be looking at other fighters who doing better and doing it at an earlier age, right? And then shit on their career, right? While you had to wait till you went through your trials and tribulations, right? And you did better after, right? So Bill is just letting them know, hey man, stay off my son, which I give him all the credit in the world as a father. Bill is the best, for doing this for Dev. Dev never really comes out and says anything too negative about anybody, right? He just keeps it boxing, and that's why I love Dev. He's very professional. Him and his father, Bill could get grimy, like right now, but Bernard, he just need to, keep it professional, bro. Stop trying to like really slander this kid, and really try to support, support other fighters, because really Bernard Hopkins don't do nothing for black fighters from Philly. I was watching Greg Hackett. He said, man, Bernard Hopkins don't have no gym. He don't train nobody. He really don't mess with nobody from Philly, bro. Not Jerome Bucenis. Every time you see him, he might pass by a fighter at a fight and start, giving them like these little weird, tips or something, or give them some kind of weird philosophical bullshit, saying, that he's gonna stumble around and, but he'll just go back into his hole, over there at Golden Boy Promotions, and that'll be that. But that's how Bernard get down. Right, and Greg Hackett said that he understands why people don't really mess with Bernard Hopkins. He's selfish. He don't give back to no kid charities or try to train kids, or he don't give nothing back. So for everything he learned, but that's his right. That's his right. But I'm just letting you know, Bernard Hopkins, he's not, beloved, outside of boxing like that. So,
Because I was in jail at 23, Bernard, so lighten up, man. You see what I'm saying?
And just like, kind of rounding about, you feel like, over time, just like they've done other fighters like, Ali and Floyd and stuff like that, that the criticism in their current prime probably won't be seen until like after they decide to kind of like retire or have like a reflection look back. You just feel like that's just a case of, greatness and great fighters always being compared.
Listen, the man is Samuel Jackson from Django. You know what I mean? He had to fight. He won't tell the people, really, you had to fight. You had to get your money by being a part of the company. You got your money and stop. You didn't get your money and get paid and go on to start your own company. Champ.
Wow. The man is Samuel L. Jackson Django. God dang it. So, good Lord. He really went in on Bernard Hopkins. If you don't know who Django is, Django was a slave, bro. So basically, he's saying, he's like an Uncle Ruckus, for Golden Boy, he's a lapdog, and I thought that was crazy, man, but it's accurate. If you look at how he carry himself, say he don't care about nobody but himself. He don't care about the rest of the brothers. Saying no gyms in Philly, no nothing to give back to the community, and Bill just letting them feel it, man. He's letting off both barrels right here. And it's good for Bill. For letting them know what time it is. It's about time somebody put a bug in Bernard Hopkins' ear, because these kind of celebrities or fighters are running rampant. With the disrespect out here. So good for Bill, man.
You got paid in stock. You ain't never really been like that. I wish they'd take the mic out of your face, because you are not representing what it means to be a stand-up African-American dude that came out the penitentiary. You had your shot. You got a second chance at life. Devin is on his first chance. I'm on my second chance, but you too ignorant to recognize that, because you ain't been in the you so far removed from the penitentiary that you done lost touch with reality. What we really supposed to be doing is uplifting these youngsters. We supposed to be in this boxing gym saying what they have done, because guess what? You made all the mistakes.
So basically, man, Bill he is on fire right now. So basically, he's alluding or implying that my man has been institutionalized into mental slavery, bro, because he's been away from prison too long. You know what I'm saying? Like, geez, man, he's hitting hard right now. He's going deep, cutting deep. Bernard Hopkins, I don't know how long it's been since he's been out of prison. I know it's been years, but he's like, my man done lost touch with what's really going on in the community. You know what I'm saying? He don't, sometimes when black people get money, they change. They don't want to be a part of the community anymore. They separate themselves and isolate themselves, to get away from that blackness. And Bill just kind of letting them know, man, just because you over there at Golden Boy, you got to remember your roots. And, it's just sometimes, it takes one of us to, bring you back to, to reality, really, to let you know, hey, you can't go over there and become, a Golden Boy. You can't go over here and become a Triple G, or you can't go over here and become another race, bro. You still, a black fighter, retired fighter. Remember where you come from. And Bill just letting them know that's what it is, bro. So, but he's letting Bernard know too that he doesn't really represent that well. He doesn't represent like a Al Heyman or Errol Spence Jr. or, somebody, or, or Roy Jones Jr. At least he trains people, he try to help people, So, or Derek James, or, people who retired from the sport that gave back, their knowledge, So, Bill is just clicking right here. He's on fire. He's cooking.
So obviously, if they're not in the penitentiary, then they're doing more than you.
And just kind of I guess maybe
that was crazy right there. He said, if any of these young people, if they haven't landed in a penitentiary, then they're doing better than you, Bernard Hopkins. Man, he broke this down beautifully. You know what I'm saying? You can't add nothing else to that. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna leave it there, because Bill Haney, he really, said it all.
Maybe I'm trying to be the peacekeeper in this, but would there be any opportunities, like let's say that a reflect?
He didn't know, so I said, well, how could you be in a position that you're supposed to be, like I thought he was like a matchmaker or something like.
A reflection on some of the comments that he said.
But Devin, and we can make the fights and all that. Man, the man looked at me like I was crazy. He acted like he didn't know. So I said, well, how could you?
Maybe I'm trying to be the peacekeeper in this.
Devin, and we can make the fights and all that. Man, the man looked at me like I was crazy. He acted like he didn't know. So I said, well, how could you be in a position that you're supposed to be, like I thought he was like a matchmaker or something like that, and found out the man ain't nothing but like a greeter, like Joe Louis was at the Silver Slipper. You know what I mean? You a greeter for Golden Boy. You don't have no signing power. You ain't signed nobody. You ain't did nothing for our community but sit up and down people. That's all you do, Bernard.
I forgot about that one. I had to get that in. You know what I'm saying? I forgot about he called Bernard Hopkins a damn a greeter, man, like a Walmart greeter or some shit, man. I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Bill really went in, man. You know what I'm saying? And I really like that he showed, you know what I'm saying, that street side. You know, let him know, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? It ain't all good, bro. You ain't coming at my son like that. And, Bernard deserved that shit, man. You know, I mean, if you're not able to make he's sitting up there always like he's dignified or something, like he high class or something over there at Golden Boy, and you never know what his position is. Is he a matchmaker? Is he you know what I'm saying, what is his purpose? And he's always, because of his status, he's always walking around like he's, Sam Watson or somebody, you know what I'm saying? But Bill just said, hey man, this dude ain't got no power over not to sign none of the fighters or none of the fights. And it's like he's just a figurehead, you know what I'm saying? He's just a person there for a show. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, So, and Bill just letting it be known, bro, you ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? So don't be coming out here like that, bro. Like don't be coming out here like you something that you're not. And I love the way Bill just, eviscerated him, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you got to do nowadays,
And I guess because of the disconnect, and I feel like, people might have started having a disconnect after maybe working with Oscar De La Hoya and things like that. Do you feel that that's possibly when all the disconnect kind of started happening after he went from like a fighter to?
I don't know. I'm from Northern California, from East Oakland. You know what I'm saying? Some of my best friends, were Mexican. My next door neighbor was Mexican, and we always knew that we had to work within the black and the brown together. You know what I mean? Whether it was his friends helping my friends or my friends helping his friends, that's what it meant. And I don't know where the disconnect became with Oscar. With Bernard, but he ain't helping nobody, and he always got something negative to say.
And with just
and those are bars, man. People notice what you do in boxing, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't give back, you know what I'm saying, there's nobody out there, no fighters, no, no trainers, nobody say, hey, Bernard Hopkins, showed me how to, do the Philly shell. He showed me how to shuffle. You know what I'm saying? He gave me pointers, you know what I'm saying? There's nobody out there like that. That kind of lets you know that dude is kind of like, you know what I'm saying, selfish, you know what I'm saying? And he on his own. You don't really, mess with folks like that. And, Bill's just letting it be known that, he know what time it is when it comes to Bernard Hopkins, who probably don't like the fact that Devin Haney and these young guys and the old OGs like Roy Jones and Tav and all those guys, they don't like the fact that social media has allowed these guys opportunities and promotions and to make money, you know what I'm saying, to make them bigger, you know what I'm saying, bigger stars, really, to be able to generate money that they weren't able to make. And so they probably kind of feel, you know what I'm saying, a little left out of that, right? So they hate on these little young guys, like, you know what I'm saying, to down their arrow, you know what I'm saying, that, because they got, exposure that they never got. People are not talking about the executioner, the way hardcore boxing fans are talking about him. Only, casuals don't really know Bernard Hopkins like that. Only hardcore boxing fans know him like that. So, you know what I'm saying? He's probably a little pissed about that. That Devin Haney has made it to Undisputed at such a young age. And that could cause a lot of jealousy, and that could cause a lot of, a lot of bad feelings, these old timers who didn't get those kind of opportunities and exposure. So, you're going to see a lot more of that probably in the future. That's why they don't like Errol Spence Jr. That's why they don't like the Deontay Wilders, because of the big paydays, and they don't have to work. They don't have to fight till they like 40, 50 years old, like Bernard Hopkins,
just the topics that obviously your son's always going to be involved in the lightweight division or even the divisions around it. Your son was able to do something that, coined the phrase "do to Devin." I'm going to do what it needs to do. I'm going to go forget the contract, forget the rematch clause, forget being the A side, forget the person. Obviously, you guys have to do the things complicated when it comes to rematch clauses because you guys did it. Like you guys said, we'll do it twice on your terms. And
You know what the A side stand for real?
what does it mean?
You think you about to get your ass.
But we're gonna leave it right there. I don't want to take the whole man interview, and but Bill Haney, he's a real one, man. You know what I'm saying? When there's a lot of fakeness in boxing going on, when there's a lot of people that don't know how to keep it real, people don't stand on no principles. There's a lot of evil, lying ass folks in boxing. It's refreshing to see. Somebody stand up. Against all the bullshit that's out here. And Bernard Hopkins, he deserves it. He's one of them dudes who will be dishonest, who will not keep it real with you. And Bill Haney, he just had to check him, had to G check him. And that's what happened to him. He got G checked. And for somebody as despicable as Bernard Hopkins, you really don't care because, people don't think much of Bernard Hopkins anyway as a person, But that's all I got. This has been Pool Kind of Boxing. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to my channel for more hardcore boxing content. Peace out, y'all.